Gotta set the mood. Yes, sir. Hello, and welcome to episode 2 of Nostalgia. I appreciate you guys that went over there to go watch episode 1. If you're just watching this one first, that's fine. There's no continuity in this series. I'm just gonna be doing a bunch of random shit that has to do with nostalgia. So in episode 1, so here I have, it's called Salsa de Yola. Like, it is some weird name like Osmo or some shit. Or Otto. Oswald! I don't think I need to make it abrasive or anything. Okay, that was kind of a big dip. Oh god. I'm not gonna be doing that again. Don't worry. I did read your guys' comments on episode 1, and I saw some people wanted to learn about creepy childhood things, which I was like, oh, that sounds like a cool idea. Only issue with that is I've kind of already made videos on my own channel in the past, kind of revolving around that sort of thing. The things I got scared about was like adult shit, because that's what was put in front of me as a child. And then also like demonic Pokemon puzzles, but that's like a whole other thing. I tried looking up like childhood trauma icebergs to see where I could fit in with that. A lot of them are Gen Z though, and I'm not a part of Gen Z. Just in case you weren't aware. Because this is Gen Z. So in the beginning you have Giga Bowser, Sabrina from Pokemon, Scar's death. How is that in the same vein as Scary Maze Game? Dude, the Maze Game traumatized so many kids. No one was fucking beating psychic Pokemon up like, oh shit, this is gonna stick with me for years. I don't even, okay, so this is definitely has to be Gen Z because I don't even recognize. But then again, I should kind of recognize this because I was alive during the time and more aware than those little shits were. I feel fantastic. That's like, I feel like that should be lower. That's creepy to watch now for me. Deviant art in the third one? Peppa Pig and the Bacon? Jason Voorhees kills? Okay, no disrespect to the creator of this iceberg. Shit is doo-doo butthole. Just gonna throw that out there. So I thought it could be fun to look back at some of the things that I talked about in my old childhood trauma video and see if I could confront some of them or maybe give you some extra thoughts on them. So, hey, IHE, appreciate it. Great video. Really did appreciate it. Not what I'm trying to look at. Oh, shit! That's how you know my ass is on edge right now, high key. I just jump scared myself just now. On my own video that didn't even have a jump scare cue. I just clicked over to a random part where I zoomed in to the bitch from the ring. Okay, well, I guess that's me confronting the ring. Clearly still not over it. Of course I click on that part. There's not really a way to confront Saw, because what am I gonna do, watch Saw right now? Tales from the Crypt, I would like to see. I just want to see the Crypt Keeper. Was that it? You see me with a laugh? Oh no, he must have said a zinger. You said a zinger, didn't you?
Violet, wouldn't you say, kiddies? A regular afterlife of the party.
Yeah, that was a good one, up top. Why are you dressed like a Boy Scout leader? That must have been part of the lore that I missed out on. So you had a fun little cosplay. Is this an animatronic, or is this? I don't think anyone's got that thin a neck and that big a head. I don't think the ratio's out there, so I don't think it's a person. This is a puppet? I have goosebumps. This goosebump story, there's not really much to explain with this. This is just me living in my old fucking creepy house that was dark and huge to me because I was a child. Isn't that weird how things, like, you realize the size of things when you were younger actually weren't as big as they used to be? I used to think the house I lived in was massive. I used to think the stairs that led up to the door were fucking huge, Goliath. And I see it nowadays and it's like, that's baby steps. Literally. No, this is just a very specific story about this motherfucker from the Night of the Living Dummy that for some reason was very hyper-realistically in my dream, taunting me. And here's the Exorcist, of course. This is me looking at photos of the Exorcist and not enjoying myself as I would even today, even though I'm most at peace as I can be with the Exorcist because the history we had, the past we had, you know, the love making. We've had a lot of ups and downs, but it was a thing where like the fact that The Exorcist existed at that time and that the fact that I was able to watch any of it and the fact that it fucked me up so much that I couldn't even look at the DVD cover, which was just a very light photo of The Exorcist, was just, that shit fucked me up, man. Something about, dude, even now, just picturing it. Oh my God. So can I tell this story? It has nothing to do with nostalgia. I had a very realistic dream. It was like a few days ago or something like that. I think I was napping. I don't remember, but I remember waking up and I look over and I'm like, oh, something's on the ground. What the fuck is that? And I grab it. Where did this come from? I didn't recognize the object. It was so weird. And then all of a sudden, like, my vision started to blur a little bit. And I was like, oh, what the hell? And then all of a sudden something fell. And I looked over and I was like, oh, what the fuck? That's fucking weird. And all of a sudden, like, my vision blurred again. And then I saw something like fly up quick out of the corner of my eye. And I was like, dude, what's happening? I was like, I thought I was dying or some shit like that. I thought I was having like a stroke or something. So I immediately immediately thought to call 911. So I was like, oh, I gotta call 911. I gotta find my phone. And I look over by the bed where I was. It wasn't there. And then I turn around and I start heading out towards the hallway. So I'm starting to go towards the hallway and my vision blurs again. And I look up and there's a girl standing at the end of the hallway in a white gown, just like the Exorcist girl, with a blurry face because my vision is blurred. And keep in mind, it's not even nighttime. There's sunlight out, but she's just standing there, blurred. And as soon as I get the blur and my vision starts to slowly settle in, I scream, I have to call 911. And I start flailing my arms. And then all of a sudden, like, this is where I'm starting to realize it's a dream, and it's me fighting physically and internally to now get the fuck out of that dream, because fuck that shit. So I just remember trying to like completely use my power, my brain, my intellectual IQ. Force open your eyes, you piece of shit. Get out, get out, get out! I did. My heart was beating very fast. Thanks for that, Exorcist. So where I stand with the Exorcist right now, if you need an update, she's still very creepy. I don't think that creepiness will ever go away, especially when I'm already on edge, as I kind of am now. I'm a little goosebumpy, I'm not gonna lie. It does not help. Can't confirm. It still creeps me out, but I appreciate the Exorcist as a whole. 13 Ghosts is a poop movie that's a poop movie. It's a poop movie, but did I just have tits on screen? Yeah, totally did. Look at me, ahead of my time. So with 13 Ghosts, the reason why I found 13 Ghosts creepy is because it used to have special features. You remember looking at special features on DVDs? I know, man. Am I right, by millennials? You could look through the bios of all the ghosts on there. They would show a little scene before you look at them of the ghost, which would be creepy, and then you just stare at the ghosts and read about them, give them a bit of lore. The scary stuff, you know? Let's look at all the ghosts, shall we? So the firstborn son, I don't think this guy was creepy. I think he was just kind of there. I don't think he did a lot. I don't think he killed anybody. A boy named Billy Michaels. That fucking stupid name. Okay, yeah, he took an arrow to the head, which unfortunate. I don't think he ever ended up killing anybody. I don't even remember seeing him in the last group that pick up the last guy to like go kill him. Spoilers. The torso? This was the best photo you had of the torso? I don't even think he's in this. The torso was literally just like a saran wrapped torso. Why'd you use this photo? The bound woman? Okay. I just noticed she has maggots on her. The withered lover, that was the 13th ghost, which just ended up being his wife that was burned. The torn prince, he was just kind of a badass. He was like a zombie Fonzie with a baseball bat. Angry Princess was the one that had boobs in the movie that were shown. Just had a knife. The Pilgrimess. This looks creepy and looks like an entirely different movie, honestly, with the makeup and everything. But, oh, was she locked up? Oh, I just realized that. I thought my dumbass thought she was like a superhero just flying through the air. But no, okay, her head must have been chopped off. Oh, she was a witch in the Salem witch trials. Ooh, the Great Child and the Dire Mother. Creepy. I wish they could show the Great Child more. He was the motherfucker that was up here. He's big upset baby boy over here. We're saving the best for last. The Hammer. He was a badass. I don't think he was so much creepy to me, but I mean, obviously intimidating, because I'm pretty sure he's the one that probably did the most damage in the movie. And then the Jackal was that motherfucker. The Jackal was the one that definitely scared the living fuck out of me. I was not a fan of the Jackal. The Juggernaut also put in work too. This must have been, one, creepy as shit, but two, so fucking cool being on set and seeing all these actors and all the makeup and everything gathered together. Now the Pokemon thing is interesting and kind of weird to revisit in a way, because I talk about how my mom used to tell me that Pokemon was demonic, and that's because, like, at the time Univision was like running fucking all kinds of fucking media saying, yeah, Pokemon's demonic, you know? We're just putting that story out there. So now people are gonna believe it, because that's what we're gonna do. So don't buy Pokemon, don't support it, or else your child will get possessed and they will murder you in your sleep. Right? That didn't stop me, because Pokemon Red was my first game for the Game Boy Color, and I loved it. It was just complete and utter joy to me, and it was the best fucking thing ever, and you were not going to stop me from liking it. Sorry, Mom. Okay? I'll take the possession. But I am talking about this weird fucking thing that happened to me, where there was a Pokemon puzzle. Long story short, a piece ended up missing from the puzzle, which didn't make any sense because it was saran wrapped. And at this point, looking back on it now, I kind of accuse my brother of doing it. But like, such a good job of doing that, right? Like taking off the saran wrap, taking out a puzzle piece, like just not even like being able to execute that. That's not that hard in practice. But just thinking of doing that to fuck with me is like, how diabolical of you. But the thing with that though is, even if I were to blame my brother for that, it doesn't explain the next part of it where, as I have so eloquently shown here with my sick keyframing skills, I was looking into my room at that time, sitting on the couch of my living room. I'm looking into my room. This is the exact view that I had of the bed. And the Pokemon puzzle was on the wall closest to me, and as you just saw, it flung against the wall, fell down. And also, if I'm not mistaken, scattered into pieces, but my brother wasn't in that room. It wasn't a thing where he was trying to fuck with me because no one else could have done it. The fan didn't do it, so it was like one of those stupid fucking things where like, you tell somebody and it's like, yeah, it's a dumb story. Dude, trust me. The face you're giving me right now, I understand it's a stupid fucking story. I'm sure there's an explanation too, but I don't have one. So when I don't have one, your guess is as good as mine, bucko. I don't fucking know. Pokemon or demonic? What do you want? Just demons. There's one answer. It's demons. Ah! I gotta stop doing that to myself. Stop going to specific frames. Yes, Child's Play. I can't really confront these things, a lot of these, because I already talked about it. I've already confronted a lot of them anyways. I just had a shitty fucking terrible childhood dream where Chucky would torment me, and it was no fun whatsoever. And then obviously I talked about the Demonia movie that is still creepy to this day. Even the cover still creeps me out to this day. And that's because like, just like any other type of nostalgia, it just doesn't leave you. It still will always be a part of you. It triggers this weird function in your brain where you're like, why are you doing that? You like it for the things that you think of positively, but then for the other things, you're like, why am I still like kind of creeped out about that? Even though my logical adult big boy brain knows that's dumb as fuck. I can't explain it and nobody can. Yeah, I don't know. Creepy childhood stuff is weird. So as you guys can tell, the first 2 episodes have been kind of all over the fucking place, right? And I understand if you're like, hey, can you just focus on one thing? I totally get it, right? So I would genuinely love your suggestions below. I read them in the first episode. Maximum recording time. You piece of shit. I read them in the first episode. I would love for you guys to be as specific as possible. I think it'd be fun to bring up your comments in the video and be like, hey, you know what fucking JV5 said? Why don't you look at SpongeBob fanfiction? And I'll be like, oh yeah, that's lit. Then I could look at that for a little bit, and then when I'm done sucking all the content out of that, then I can go over and be like, yo, fucking Tom said, why don't you talk about how the Lavender Town thing killed children? Okay, sure, I can dig more into that, and we can find out the full story there. And then I can do like kind of segments. I think that'd be fun instead of trying to have one just general idea fill a whole thing. If you guys got ideas, let me know, okay? I'm here to serve you in this series. I know you guys wrote comments in the first one, but I would love for you guys to run it back. Be as specific as you can. Throw it in the fucking comments, and we can just continue enjoying the nostalgia shit show. Thank you for watching this episode of Nostalgia. Please leave a like, subscribe to more butter, and as always, I am Mista GG, this is Nostalgia, and I'm signing off on more butter.